Scheduled events are online races with a predetermined track and number of laps, car class or a single car, and weather conditions. There are 6 races that rotate through a 2-hour period. Each race event consists of a qualifying session that you do by yourself, and the race itself. Upon entering the event, you are greeted with this screen where you can review race details like maximum number of players, lap count, weather conditions, and location. Upon accepting the registration, you can pick your car and then begin qualifying. When you enter qualifying, you start with a rolling start to the line like a hot lap event and begin your run. There is a set amount of time to complete your run because the race starts at the predetermined time listed in the main menus. When you are done your laps, you can quit to the menus and wait, or the game will automatically transport you back to the menus if you run out of time, as I did here. The qualifying laps are done by yourself in an offline world. When you return to the menus, there will be a 30-second wait before the game automatically starts looking for a game session for you to join. When it finds a game, you are transported to the lobby with the other player. You have 30 seconds to change your car before you are transported back to the track. Entering the race, you are greeted with an unskippable cutscene and then given 5 seconds, yes, 5 seconds to change your setup and maybe turn some assists on or off. Best doing that in qualifying if you've got time.
It's time to concentrate, let's get away cleanly and stay in the lead.
Starting the race, I was a bit surprised that it was 2 laps of the ring. I prefer longer races and this mode delivers for me. If you ever get to race this track on Forza, it'll be 1 lap, and when you are trying to get past to other people in this tight and twisty track, 1 lap is never enough. Seeing that, you don't often get people who can get around this track in one piece, and sometimes I'm one of them. Anyway, in this race, I had a poor start. I completely forgot the car was all-wheel drive and I didn't mash the throttle off the line. I gave space into turn 1 and I was overly cautious, so the GTR got through. Following them, I realised I had the pace to win as long as I could keep the car on the road, and for a time, I did. After some minor errors and a big one, I finished the race in second, in this case known as last. Even after finishing last, I had a really fun race and wanted to do some more. I decided to go for another race from the scheduled events list. I had a break and then set about qualifying for the Formula E event at Silverstone. This was the best lap I could muster in the time frame. I was quite happy with it and I was quite excited to see how I compared to other drivers with the same equipment.
Nice one, a new PB!
But it was not meant to be. Either no one was playing or the rooms were full and I was left out. After this qualifying, I did a race with one other player again. As it could have gone better and not having my fill, I went for another race to end my evening, and again it was not meant to be. Rooms were full or nobody was playing, and I was thinking it was the latter, and that makes me so very disappointed in the life of this game. I have looked at the open lobby list a few times and half the time no races are listed and only sometimes 1 or 2 races are there. I thought Project Cars 2 was bad for finding a race to do, but this game takes the crown. Project Cars 2 is a metropolis compared to this game, and this game is so close to new. I can't stress enough how much this game needs cross-platform multiplayer. I can't speak for the game's health on other platforms, but on Xbox it's essential. I am begging Bandai Namco, Codemasters and most importantly Slightly Mad Studios not to abandon this game and fix it to draw in more players. The reaction to your tyre model should have been a red flag, and if needed the game should have been delayed and changed to set things right. After having a fairly lonely evening in Project Cars 3, I jumped into Forza Motorsport 7 for the first time in a long time. I entered the Forza Endurance event, an event where I used to live, and found myself in a full lobby. Full! The game is ancient at this point. I was massively disappointed that the announcement trailer was them saying Forza Motorsport is a lifetime away from release, and Forza 7 is still breathing life. Project Cars 3 is 4 months old and he's dead, and that makes me sad.